Gusty winds are hampering firefighters' efforts to fight Georgia's largest wildfire on record.
The wildfire has burned 125 square miles, including 80,000 acres in the Okefenokee Swamp.
It was under the recognition that this is a national wildlife refuge and it's a fire environment. Or it's not a matter of, will a fire come out? It's a matter of when is it going to come out? Because it's going to do what it's going to do. So we've just got to work with nature and deal with whatever it throws at us in that respect.
And we're here today taking a look at what we've been trying to achieve for decades here around the Okefenokee Swamp. We're collaborating with and under partnership with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Georgia Forestry Commission, and private landowners around the Okefenokee. And the purpose of it is for maintenance of our swamp edge breaks.
It was a project after one of the short fire that we had here, and the idea was to put a break all the way around this refuge so we can keep the fire inside of the refuge and not get out on private property.
Anytime we have a fire, G.O.A.L is a part of the team, and I encourage any landowner that's involved to get involved in those meetings too, because I'm not G.O.A.L, the landowners are G.O.A.L, and they need to hear what's going on.
We come up with ways to mitigate and try to work inside the swamp edge break and just working together. So that's what we got to do and continue to do in the future.
We've always enjoyed that great partnership, and we've had numerous projects that bring us together in the past, and this is an example of one of them. This particular project came along through the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and through the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act bill.
We were contacted on this to make us aware that there's some federal dollars available for this. And this is kind of pre-planning for fire. We're bringing a lot of places back to bare dirt, so when we do have that fire, we'll be able to get in here and it'll allow us access, and then we can put secondary breaks on out.
So we're building on what our forefathers of the Greater Okefenokee Association landowners envisioned.
When fire comes out of the swamp, it can be a huge monster. And there's a lot of people that come here to fight fire that put their lives on the line to stop this fire from moving up on the hill. And the main thing we try to do is keep it as safe as possible. We
haven't had a major fire in the Okefenokee since 2017, but we know it's just a matter of time. As weather conditions change, rainfall doesn't occur as often, that we will have a fire in the Okefenokee that we'll have to manage for. Keeping these projects alive, keeping them going, working together, to be able to talk in advance of wildland fire, and then be able to actually showcase a project like this that we know is going to be beneficial for all federal agencies, state agencies, as well as the private landowners. It's just a win-win situation for all of us.